Good boy. Good boy. Hey, folks. Trapper Hat Johnny here. And my main man, my buds, Coco. So, today what we're going to be doing is Firman generator. Come on down here, folks. I'll show you what's going on today. So my Firman 3650, about 2 weeks ago, running it just didn't seem to go up to full speed, full revs. Just running really rough and everything. I took the carburetor off it, cleaned it. Didn't really do any good. A little bit of good, but not enough. So what I ended up doing is I just ordered this carburetor here off of Amazon, and I'm going to be installing it on this generator. I've already opened up the package just to make sure everything was there. This carburetor from Amazon, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's spelled Liyydds, and here it is here. So I'm going to replace the original carburetor with this one, just to see what I've got. Yeah, it was only like $20. So I got the carburetor. I got some, even got a kill switch in there. I got fuel line, got gaskets, got everything come with it for $20. So and even filter. So for $20, it's definitely worth a try. So let's get at it. Okay, so here we are. Now, as you can see, I've already got the cover and the filter off there. So what I'm going to be doing now is, well, I'm going to turn the fuel off. Don't need that on. Got to disconnect a couple of lines here. I gotta take this plastic housing off. So I can find the right size for that. There we go. And just make sure you don't lose these little bolts and stuff. Just put them in a container. So there's these four up front. There's one in the back. And there's also your carburetor mounts. So you'll have to loosen them off as well. So right here is a hidden bolt right there. You have to take that off in order to remove this whole unit. Okay, so now I just got to take these two carburetor, the nuts for the carburetor bolts. I just got to take them off now in a couple of lines and then unhook the throttle linkage, and that'll be good. Now, when this first failed on me, it was about 2 weeks ago, and it was during that polar vortex. That polar vortex was absolutely brutal. I mean, brutal. Staying up all night, running water and stuff like that, trying to keep warm. Oh, that was awful. Absolutely awful. Okay, I'm going to get back to work on this, and I'll see you in a moment. So now I'm just unhooking the fuel line at the carburetor. Then I got to reach up in there and unhook the throttle rod. And I got my little governor spring too, which I always find so annoying and frustrating. Look. Oh, if you take that off. Very gently take that fuel line off. Now, I did test it for fuel flow. Fuel was coming through the line and into the carburetor bowl. I don't know if it was getting beyond that and up into the cylinder. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. Oh shit, that fuel line looks like it's cracked. That could be a part of the problem there too. Okay, hang on folks, I gotta get a flat screwdriver. Okay, so there's my new carburetor. And I will go ahead and start to install this. Now what I'm gonna have to end up doing at some point is replacing my fuel line. That one's kind of checked. So I don't know if I can trim that back. Will that still give me enough? What I'll do is I'm gonna go ahead and mount this and then see where my fuel line, how much extra I have. And if I got enough, I'm gonna cut the end off of this and then install it. Okay, so to put this on, make sure, goes one way. The gasket's already in place, so I don't have to worry about that. Now when you're doing this, okay, especially if you're working on the ground like this, you're gonna have to lay down to do it. So you can see what's going on here. No big deal. Okay, there's that. Now my governor spring. I can't see out here. There's two little holes on that little lever. You gotta put this spring into one of them. Oh, I can't see. Okay, got that done. What a job. Well, it's hard to see down in there. I'm out here outside. The snow, the light's reflecting back on my face, my eyes, and everything. But it's done. And okay, so I'm just gonna nip this end here where it's all chewed and frayed. And I will be replacing that fuel line in the future. Right now, I just want to get things up and running. And slide that lock on it there. Okay, you've got a new choke rod, choke lever. So down here, it's gonna be a little tricky to do. Let me use the older carburetor as an example to demonstrate. Okay, so there's the choke. Okay, that's your choke. So right there, that goes on that pin. That pin goes into the choke slot. See, just like that. Just like that. Okay, so let's put this baby in. Again, this might be the situation you're gonna have to lay on the ground, most likely. Most likely, but maybe not. Let's try. There. Choke lever is in. Now, pull this here back on. Let's take a few minutes to do this, and in the meantime, folks, if you don't mind, I'd appreciate it if you would like, comment, and subscribe, because it does help me. Thank you very much. There was a carburetor issue, but I had to take the spark plug from my other generator as a test, put it in here. The generator does sound much better than it did a couple of weeks ago. So I can let it run, let it warm up. I brought down a heat gun. If it can run smooth with that heat gun, then we're good. I'm starting to get a little bit worried there. So, see what happens. Okay, see I got it running. It's starting to smooth out. So what I'm going to end up doing as a test, I'm going to run my heat gun off of it. And put the snow up here so you can get the visual of the heat gun working. Shut that off for now. Okay, so got the Jenny up and running now. Thank goodness for that. So that, because I have 3 generators. Now on this, what I can also do is I can manually bump my revs a little bit with a screwdriver. I can do that. I can just turn that set screw a bit, and I might end up doing that. I think I might just I'll wait for another day to do that. I can spend a little more time out here. But there you have it, folks. I always say you are more than capable of doing your own repair work at home. So some things, sure, some things you're going to have to go to a professional to have them do it for you. But something like this, okay, if you don't have the mechanical abilities or whatever, don't let that scare you. You can do it. I know you can do it. Watch YouTube channels to learn. You must know somebody who is more mechanically inclined. Ask them, ask your friend to come over and say, hey, I've got to do this little job on my generator, but I don't know how to do it. Can you come over and show me and help me? I guarantee they're your friend. They're going to be more than happy to come over and help you with that. Okay? And also, as far as tools, just go buy yourself, go to Canadian Tire, Home Hardware, whatever. Just get yourself a basic set of spanners and sockets and screwdrivers and stuff like that. They'll work out just fine. You're at the dollar store for whatever reason. If you see, I don't know if the dollar store sells them or not. I'm sure they probably do. Just a little light duty screwdrivers or whatever. Grab them. They're going to come in handy for it. I guarantee it. So there you have it. Okay, folks. This is Trapper Hat Johnny wishing you a good day and be good to each other. Bye-bye, folks.